I am in such deep gratitude. Like, I am in such deep gratitude. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm so grateful for this life. I am so grateful for this journey. I am so grateful for remembrance. I am so grateful for the primal feminine. I am so grateful for resurrection. I am so grateful for this death stage of humanity and like really doors opening, blasting wide open into this light age, and to be here at this time. There's so many connections for me that are happening, and so many of us out there too, and we're really gonna be receiving so much more of ourselves. We are in reclamation of our freedom, of our universal sovereign and unified rights. Oh my gosh. There's so much space within to reclaim. So much program bullshit has been occupying our psyche, has been occupying our bodies, has been occupying our experience of living in this beautiful scenery, this beautiful, lush, abundant planet. So much has been telling us that all of this is in complete opposite. It's polarizing, right? Polarizing truths and to falsity. We ourselves are free beings. We are creation itself. We are so fucking expansive. And we are expansive, including within this human realm. There's so much DNA, cellular remembrance, galactic remembrance, soulful embodiment to be had when we clear out the bullshit from our space. And I'll tell you what, guys, like, I'm tuned into the collective. I had to learn how to move from being so collective. I did an art piece on it called Collective as the Crow, as a point of codes and healing for me to walk into my sovereignty, because I would be feeling so much of the collective that it was hard to actually find my selfhood, my point of reference within myself. So I would feel the waves of the collective. I would hear random, voices, like a radio station that just was flipping through all the stations, not attuned. I wasn't attuned to my own channel. So there's a lot of bullshit flooding my space. And now I am very solid, very centered, very sturdy in my innermost essence, in my selfhood, in myself, in my sovereignty. And along with that allows me attunement, where I too am a part of this unified field. We all are. You cannot escape it. Like, we're a part of that, right? And you can dance with it differently. And so the beautiful part of that is that as the world seems so fucking chaotic, right? And I understand the death stage and the processes that come along with that, I am witnessing such beauty. Ooh. And it personally relates to my journey here and the big work that I do. Because, for example, I have been holding down this realm of reality in such a major way. Y'all, I have been holding down reality on a large scale. Like, we must be present to what is here in order to move through it, in order to come into a state of higher consciousness, of lightness, of remembrance of who we genuinely are, of reintegrating the totality of who and what we are and the truth, right? Like, we have to be present in this reality and really allow that to inform us so that we can tune into ourselves at that depth, so that we can become what we genuinely are beyond the bullshit. I've been holding down memories for people, like experiences. What actually happened? Not what did your mental mind restory the experience as, so that your ego would not process the truth, right? I've been holding this down for my bloodline, for my friends, for the collective. I literally have been holding in place what is real and true to be moved. And because of that, and by the way, I want to say, like, I'll give an example, right? But first, because of that, I have had to be so fucking tethered. So tethered. Here, rooted here. I'm literally one of the deepest roots, right? Like, I work with portals and I go way fucking up there and I attach, I am linked to major grid line systems that go through layers and layers and layers and layers of dimensional spaces. Whoop, all up here. It's also part of how I traveled and also birthed New Earth, but that's a totally other thing. So that is equal, right? That is equal. How high I go is how deep I go. My name, Ashtyn, which I chose before birth. My parents gave it to me, but I chose it before birth. I know this, I remember it, is about the ash tree. And the ash tree is having the deepest roots that touch hell, Hades, right? But when you descend beyond all of that, you actually touch pure form, source creation is what you touch. So the deepest of roots and the branches that touch the cosmos. So this is a part of who I am, my mission and my purpose here. And it has been written into my mission and my purpose, not just in this lifetime. Many lifetimes have I been bringing this mastery in. That's why this mastery is called now. And this huge shift in humanity. And more than that, because it's shifting way more than humanity. We're shifting a whole hell of a lot more than humanity here. So holding that down, right? For example, I there was a memory that I held in place for one of my very best friends. She's my soul sister. We have been linked since the 5th grade. She moved after the 6th grade. We've continued to visit each other across the country for our birthdays every few years, and we keep contacted. We have a life path that, though we're very different people, our life paths sync up and always have our whole life. I held this memory and I shared it with her maybe 6 months ago. I don't know, time's very weird in this quantum age. So I shared that with her, and she has been going on an enormous healing journey. The links to this particular memory for her are huge. The thing that was attacked in that experience is part of her purpose. And so when I've known these things even without knowing them, I'm just in it. I just be it, right? And I link up to particular, like, I'm master. I am so fucking masterful in integration. I can sense things going back here. I can sense things going back there. I'm very highly attuned to the moment. I know when timing aligns for something to be unlocked. I do a hell of a lot of energy work in my client sessions to tune into that and also offer what is coming. I encode, for example, orbs of consciousness so that that consciousness can link up and be a resonant match for that person's field in order to drop into their consciousness at the exact right moment with divine timing to be graceful and to be a complete match for that person's journey and integrative process. Like, it is so fucking attuned. I don't know anyone who's doing work at that level. I'm sure it probably exists, but I don't know anyone who does, like, can meet and match a person in their process the way that I do. So I provided to her this unlocking, right? I held it. I held this all the way from the 5th grade. And she's been opening and going on this whole journey. What does that mean? It's one less, like, attachment to an experience here. My roots can let go. My journey is to go, I've said, I walk the staircase to heaven. I have walked from the ground up and I integrated. I go back and forth, but my journey is to expand so fucking cosmically, which is what I'm doing now. Which is how I birthed New Earth, because I had to travel far, y'all. I had to travel real far to tune into the collective container that was the next energetic body for all of Gaia and all of humanity in order to bring that here and root that and plant that seed. And that's part of the work I was doing in 2020. While I was like quiet, y'all, it was because I was in such deep fucking devotion. I couldn't have all the hubbub. Couldn't have it. Won't have it. Planting real seeds here for where we're going. So as I'm able to let go, and thank you to all of you, this is where I'm coming full circle relative to the collective. So many of you are trudging through. So many of you are moving through the programming and coming into realizations about yourself. So many of you are creating space within yourself. So many of you are liberating yourself. You're coming to realizations about the world around you. And that's harsh and hard when you really see, whoa, the illusion that's been created to disempower us, to make us not trust ourselves, to, like, take us further away from our innermost essence, that skews all of this reality so that we abide by enslavement and ways of being that are not in service to the highest in any way, shape, or form, not to ourselves, not to humanity, not to the collective, not to larger galactic spaces of existence, not to creation, not to consciousness, right? Like, when you see that, it's harsh. It's fucking harsh. And I know so many of you are trudging through and you're doing the work and I literally can feel it, because y'all, and I'm gonna get teary. This is why I know, and I'm not hopeful for no reason. I'm hopeful with deep awareness. I'm hopeful because I literally can tune into timelines. Now, those timelines shifting all the time, yes, but ultimately there's a general felt sense experience of where we are going. And I know that where it brings us is somewhere so fucking unimaginably beautiful. Oh my God. And I know that these things are happening while it looks like chaos all around us. I can tell you, I am able to let go of my roots. And I am able to let go of my roots because so many of you are stepping in. So many of you are doing the work. So many of you are liberating yourselves. So many of you are holding down this realm of reality and truth that I don't have to hold that so much. Can you imagine what I am able to let go of? Because I don't have to be in service in that way, in the same way that I have been my whole life. I'm talking as a child, I was holding down these roots. I am experiencing liberation. Ooh, I'm able to fly. I'm able to travel. I'm able to go. And it's a direct reflection of humanity, but it's from a macro to a micro. And talking about how the macro is in relationship to me, because I have a lot of relationships between micro and macro. This is so fucking beautiful. Don't let the external kind of like ruckus deceive you. We are headed in the right direction. Does that require us to contribute, to choose, to be responsible, to be in ownership, to move through, flailing about sometimes, for sure, to process, to understand emotional processing, right? To detach, especially for the masculine, from mental-based programming, to humble, to then step into what is real and true and in stewardship, because that's where the masculine really steps in, is stewardship. We need to create the world we want to live in, and the masculine, you all are essential for us creating where we're going. She is the inspiration, and you are the actionability that makes this fucking happen. I just want to say, and this is internal too, right? We all have masculine and feminine formulas within inside of us. So much is happening right now in such an incredibly beautiful way, and the benevolence of the universe has arrived in a more profound way than I have ever personally experienced it. And I am tuned into the benevolence of the universe. It's how I even stay aligned in pure form, how I travel resonantly. Again, a whole other tulip talks there, but there is so much golden light experience that is tuning us into ourselves, that is lifting the density that has been here existing for quite some time. And I am witnessing more and more and more people stepping into that. And because I understand energetics and I understand how it works, there is so many layers and levels that I could talk to you all about relative to weaving, and why having hope for where we're going is the truth. So don't let the bullshit deceive you. Don't participate. Seriously, tune into yourself. Turn off the TV. Do not watch the news. Do not participate in these kind of things. Don't do it, because it's going to wreck your nervous system. And what we need is people's nervous systems to be online in order to move from survival to thrive. And when you move your nervous system from survival to thrive, your DNA, your cellular DNA activates and you come more alive. And when you come more alive, we as a collective thrive. Tune into that, because that is the PowerPoint. And trust and have faith and know yourself to be a powerful person. You're not fragile. You can navigate this, whatever rises, and trust that what rises is for your highest, and follow the breadcrumbs of your most soulful unfolding, right? Like, follow the breadcrumbs into your highest timeline, because we are out here. We are literally in the precipice point, collectively inputting into the timeline that we are choosing. So choose the highest timeline. If you do not agree with, for example, the political system, do not participate, because if you participate, you're putting into the collective container for where we are going as far as the timeline, for that to be coexisting with us. Don't invest in it. Let it go. Let the structures fall. Let the internal psyche structures fall. Let the external structures fall. Trust that when they fall, something unimaginable from pure form source creation will rise, because it is coming from the unknown. The unknown is benevolent as fuck. So what I'm talking about, if you want to put it on a micro level, is when you are called into, for example, I'm going to use some spiritual like language, a dark night of soul, when you are called into a very deathy stage, right? Like an ego deathy kind of experience, and it's really fucking tough. What happens after that? What comes after that? More of who you are. It is your liberation. It is your becoming. You have realizations that you didn't have before then. You understand your resiliency better. You understand your power better. You are now in a new state of being that is providing to you more creation, more consciousness, right? It's the I'm trying to look for a saying. I almost had it, but I'm not really much on sayings. It's, that light period after the dark. It must come. This is creation. This is how creation moves. We have a dark stage. We have a light age. We are literally moving as a collective from the dark ages into the light age. Literally, we're on the precipice point of it, right? So internally, of course, at a micro level, we individually are going through a dark night of soul in order to come into an elevated state of being and to lightness. And we are going in the right direction, y'all. We are going in the right direction. Something that's going to be happening for a lot of people is a deep, deep remembrance. Because when that stuff, all the icky, gunky stuff, clears out of your system, you have more space to exist with yourself, with your soul, with your innermost essence, with your own memories, including your galactic memories. So when you go through the darkness, you're being with, for example, past traumatic experiences, which are memories here on Earth. When you clear those out, you retrieve memories that are fucking beautiful of who you genuinely are, where you have been in the galactics, the big work that you are here to do because you recognize that you have been doing this and you have been gaining mastery. So I'll give you my example. My example is sacred sites that we have here on Earth and portals that we have around this globe. I'm an OG. I have engaged many of those portals. As in, I was the creator, the center point. There were other people there, other beings there to help support me in that. But I was the center point for creating many of the sacred points that we have now, the portals and the grid line systems that we have here on Earth. You will start to see how big you are, how essential you are, how powerful you are, how long you've been investing in this human experience, and then be like, holy shit, oh my gosh, those points are coming together now in this time for a reason. I invested all the way over there long time ago, and now this thing is coming to full fruition. How fucking exciting. How fucking exciting that it's coming to full fruition now, that I get to experience the unlocking of sacred wisdom that I planted seeds into this earth to be released into the collective right now at this time, because the collective is finally going to be able to receive it. Whoa. And I'm not the only one doing that work. We're all being unlocked in our DNA, and we have all been contributors in some way, and we are all here to be contributors in our unique form of special. The mastery that each of us individually brings, and you will start lighting up to yourself within your mastery. There's so much to be grateful for. I've spoken to you today about some of that gratitude and these woven pieces and what's going on right now and where we're going and what that looks like at a macro to micro level of experience for myself. It's the closest example that I can give you all is through my lived, remember, lived is embodied. So lived experience. But as I'm talking to you all about that, I'm also offering you avenues to unlock all of that which is inside of yourselves that is equal for you and your unique journey. What is your remembrance? What in your DNA is ready to be unlocked? What big purpose do you serve? And this is also where I work with my clients, invite my clients in. My clients get to know themselves at innermost essence, because guess what? I'm a seer of innermost essence. I can see you. I can see your beauty. I can see what is ready to be unlocked within you. And I can help remove the barriers and the bullshit and help you go through your integrative process. I change fucking lives. I change lives. Powerhouse in the work that I do. It is unique. It is needed in this world deeply. And I come with a slew of fucking mastery, including the mastery that is being unlocked from my multidimensional selves that pop in to sessions when they're needed in order to channel to my clients what is the thing for them. What is this next thing for them? And we do it collaboratively. My work is clean. It has genuine, authentic, lived, embodied, solid foundation. And that is rare to find. So if that is of interest to you, know that I'm here, I'm available. Please contact me so we can vibe it out and see if we're a match to work together. Because if we are, we're about to change so many lives by doing this work together. Allow me to be in my mastery to support you in yours. Allow me and my unlocking of my innermost essence nature to support you in unlocking your innermost essence and nature. Let's do the damn thing. I love you all. Thank you for witnessing. Feel free to comment if you have a comment. I'm available for questions if you have questions. Remember that in the links below are my website, trueselfembodied.com. Also feel free to find me on social. I'm mostly on Facebook these days. I am clearly switching over to YouTube because this is my forum. This is my space. This is where my work grows. So I thank you so much to those of you who are subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be having so much content coming out. I'm just in this formative stage of building my foundation. And because I build very solid foundations, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen steadily, and then it's going to poop, blow the fuck up. Already know it. Already know it's coming. So if you want to ride this wild ride with me and you want to witness this transformative journey with me, then definitely subscribe. Love you all so fucking much. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing that good work. Thank you for investing. Thank you for being a part of this collective at this essential time. Thank you so fucking much. I love you.